the first time you visit the infinity or 0 to infinity, you can see that the project or the site is about categories, ideas, and projects. And that categories actually are supposed to be like questions, ideas are supposed to be like inventions, and projects are supposed to be like companies. Now, there are many reasons for this structure, but you can go to the About section to find out when and why do you use the project. And if you you use it in three kind of cases. One is when you have a problem that needs new ideas. In that case, you go to publish a new question. When you have a bright idea but don't have whom to consult about it, in that case, you write an idea or invention. So you describe what you had invented and let others comment and provide feedback. Or when you have a favorite project which you want to turn into a profession. So essentially, if you have a company and you want to publicly share the work results and cash flows, so then you actually write a company. In these three different cases, there are different actions that the users can take. If you publish something on in the questions, users can comment and write a comment and vote, positive or negative, multiple times on each of their comments. If you publish an idea, others can vote on it just one time, once per user, and they can comment as well. Also, they can collect links of related or similar found ideas or inventions that already exist. So if you have something found already exists, so you would add a link. On other cases, you can also connect the project to that idea. And whenever you write an idea, you can connect with categories and questions that this idea addresses. When you actually write a project can have this tasks or actually work results in more particular. So for example, you can use this to add a work result, and you specify some costs of that work result that you spent or expended, and revenue. So for example, you can add the transfer to add any kind of transfer, monetary or other type. So for example, it could be a shipment that you want to register that went for this project, or transfer of money, or something else. So total profit and loss is computed from these added results and transfers to the project, as well as you can comment too. So you can go and add a comment as well. So people can discuss about the progress and overall about this company or project. The value here is displayed in terms of the human hour, the latest population-weighted country average price of human work hour, which you can take a look, and there's a specific specification of what an hour means. But let me show you a little bit how you can actually start writing something. So let's first write a question, then write an idea, and then write a project. So to do that, let me first sign in and make sure that I am in the meetings. So there is feeds or RSS, Telegram, and Discord. So let me go this time with the Discord, just to make sure that I join this channel and choose one of the languages that I'm interested in. So for example, if I'm interested in a particular language, let's say English, I just click join to that language channel. This will ensure that the new content published by participants is visible. To make a good example of having a question, then an idea, and then a project, let's use something like a teleportation, human teleportation. So, and the idea will be something like a pendulum transportation, and the project will be Swing Trans, a company that is trying to bring about such a mean of transportation with a logo, and well, you can imagine and think something like that. So you would first basically ask a question or create a category. To do that, you would click on the categories or add a question. You can say title of the category is human transportation. Then you optionally can enter the question and then the body of that. Your post, once you click, actually is then visible to the participants. So you see the notification comes on the Discord, right, about it. So human teleportation. And people can add comments and discuss, as well as add ideas. So for example, I can add an idea, and the idea will be, let's say, a pendulum transportation. So I will write a pendulum transportation. So let's say reinventing the wheel, and then I will add a body. So for example, some text like that. Let me actually style it a little. So It already as you see, has a category chosen. If you want, you can add more categories. More categories will transport technologies, right? So these categories will appear. You see, again, we've got an idea notification, a new idea. These categories will appear here above, and people will be able to comment and talk about it. Now, to start a project, you can click this button here, but you don't have to. You, for example, can also add a project or company directly from here, as well as you could have done that with the idea or invention directly from here without adding it to the category. So the project may be, for example, Swing Trans 0oo. We have a specific name like LTD on this that we suggest using, the 0oo. And let's say the mission is to provide the swing transportation as an option for people. And I can write some text about the project. And for example, right now it's just me and the concept. However, I have a very specific technical implementation and a demo, and social connections in mind for implementation. The business, in essence, investment into infrastructure and payment for use. So now, as you see, I've actually created from the index or the homepage, so I don't have anything selected, but I can select the category of human transportation, and I can select the idea. So I can select the idea of pendulum transportation, and click Save. Now the idea, the company or project under this idea is created, and we can actually begin declaring results. So, for example, I may want to declare some particular result and of work, and let's say this video is just one part of all of this picture. So I will write a result, a demo video created, and let's say this is just I will add the video once I have created as a work to showcase this work result. But let's say it's a $50 task, very small one, and I have let's say I can actually use any currency. I will use the euro instead of USD suggested, and that's it. That will create as you see, the negative cash flow because it's a result. And now if I want to, I can add a transfer, a cup of coffee, for example, maybe not coffee and cake. Let's say it's a cake, and it will be a 500 or 600 yen asset. So I can click Save, and that is noted as a positive cash flow in this case. So this is how we can record now transactions. If you had actual bank transactions, you can edit it and include the URL of proof of transaction, as well as you can add it and add the URL of the work result, which I will do after the video. Now you can also discuss about it as usual, and if you want, you can also add a logo for your company. So for example, here is the link preview image, and you can actually use some image. So let me actually use this image, which is actually like a tree, and on the tree we've got swings. So project now appears here at the top, and you see this project is in the index. People can discuss that, and if someone comments on some old project, this old project naturally goes to the top. So let me actually add a comment on a home bakery project, and let's see how project goes up. So let me actually, this is a test comment, and if I do that, let me actually go to the index, and I see that home bakery project now is up, in the community's attention at the top. And if I actually delete the comment, it goes back to the original place. So if I go now to the index, I see that Swing Trans again is at the top. This way, the content that has most recent interactions stays at the top, even very old content. So this finishes the general short introduction to the project. There are other features like the exchange and orders and multilinguality, which had not been covered here. You can download all the data by clicking on SQL. You can review all the data as well on the web using the CSV here, and join the meetings in other form. Feel free to just subscribe to the calendars, and that will enable us to have community meetings whenever someone has something they want to share or present.